In 90 seconds. That's all it takes for an emotion like anger to run its course through your body. So if you're holding on to an emotion for anything longer than that, it's probably because you're choosing to. New York Times best-selling author Dr. Bolte Taylor says learning how your brain works can actually help you apply what she calls the 90-second rule to stop unwanted emotions from lingering.
Let's start there. What is the 90-second rule?
So the 90-second rule is at any moment in time, there are only three things going on inside of your head. You're thinking thoughts, you're feeling emotions, and you're having a physiological response to what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And so if we have a thought that is going to eventually stimulate a emotion like anger, then we have a physiological response where noradrenaline gets dumped into the bloodstream, it floods through us, flushes out of us. From the first of the thought to the time your blood is completely clean takes less than 90 seconds. So I know many of us can stay angry for a whole lot longer than 90 seconds, but that's because we're actually rerunning that loop. We're rethinking the thought that's re-stimulating the emotional circuit, and then here we go again on that ride. But just knowing that from the beginning to the end takes less than 90 seconds, and we can observe it instead of engage in it, gives us a whole lot more power over what we're expressing in the world.
You talk about adults recognizing their four characters and getting acquainted with them. What does that mean? What are our four characters?
So when you think about the human brain, I brought a little model.
Okay.
We have two emotional groups of cells, one in each of the two hemispheres. So we've been taught that the right brain is emotional and the left brain is rational, but that's simply not true anatomically. Anatomically, we have two emotional groups of cells and then two thinking groups of cells. And each of those modules of cells exhibit very specific skill sets. They feel very specific inside of our body. And when we get to know which those four are, we can pick and choose moment by moment who and how we want to be in the world. It's personal freedom.
Wow, I have never heard that before.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've always been trained that the right brain and the left brain do completely different things. What are those characters then? Like how do we choose them?
We have higher cognitive thinking in our left brain, and I call that character number one. It's the part that goes to work. It knows to clean us up. It knows to be punctual and get us somewhere on time. It organizes and categorizes. It has a group of cells that defines the boundaries of where we begin and where we end. So I know that this is me because I have that character one, and I know that this is not me because I have that character one holographic image. And then character two is the emotion of our past. And the emotion from our past is alarm, alarm, alert, alert. Is there any reason why I need to push away from the stimulation coming in? Is this situation a threat to me? So any of our emotions like resentment or guilt or shame come from something that we did in the past. And so that's character two. Character three is in the right brain, as is character four. And the right brain is a right here, right now. And emotionally, right here, right now is a perfect, exciting, and interesting. It's curious. It doesn't have the negative judgment that comes in with that left brain critical analysis. So it's curious and creative. And the first step in the creative process is chaos. So it enjoys the playful nature and the adrenaline rush of the right here, right now experiential. And then character four is the thinking in that right brain. And that is our ability to be in the present moment, to connect with something that is greater than ourselves. And it doesn't have the definition of where we begin and where we end. So we really are as big as the universe.
How do we do this in a healthy way? Like how do we cope and choose these characters, but do it in a healthy manner?
If your left brain character one is A-type personality and has no respect for your playful spirit, then your playful spirit is going to feel like it never gets to breathe and it never gets to be the pause. The left brain is the push, push, push stress circuitry. We need that right brain in order to have the left brain push and then the right brain to have the relaxation and pause.
So to explain this even better, Dr. Jill has a new book. It's called Whole Brain Living. It was just released, so you can go out right now and grab your own copy.